Hello! Welcome to Father Dale's Heart to Heart with Singles. Matapos ng ilang araw at nakapagpahinga ng kaunti after our Holy Week, patuloy pa rin yung mga nagme-message sa akin, kami naman, kami naman. Many of them are my friends who are still single and sabi niya, Father, usap naman tayo. Linawin natin yung mga ilang bagay na napakahalaga sa paglalakbay habang naghahanda, sabihin na natin, sa sandali na tawagin ng Diyos na magmahal. Sapagkat yun ang pinakadakilang bukasyon ng bawat isa sa atin. Tinatawag tayo ng Diyos na magmahal. Kung kaya nga, napakahalaga na mapag-usapan natin at kilalanin. Ano nga bang meron dito? Sa unang bahagi, pag-usapan muna natin yung mga sabihin na nating mga technical na aspeto bago tayo dadako sa puso na pag-uusap sa mga ilang maaring bagay na gawin, pagpasyahan na yakapit isabuhay nang sagay makatugon sa pagtawag ng Diyos sa buhay ng may pagmamahal. Kaya muli, ito si Father Dale Anthony Q. Barreto ko. Let's talk heart to heart. And hopefully, we learn from each other. Kaya, request ko sa inyo, subscribe now. Plus, click the notification bell. Nang sa gayon, you'll receive any new updates, new videos na i-upload ko dito sa YouTube. So, patuloy tayo. Let's talk about love and everything that is associated with it, because that's the grand calling of all singles. The call to be loving. So, when I say etc., bahala na kung saan tayo makaabot. So, it's about answering what get us together and then keep us that way. So, love, etc. Ano nga ba talaga ang pagmamahal? Especially in this time and age, it's as if people define love based on their subjective feelings. Di ba? Minsan ang hirap na rin unawain. Kasi, para bagang panuntunan na lamang magmamahal ako ayon sa pagkaunawa ko dito, na nakakalimutan natin na may mga teknikalidad pala ang pagmamahal. Hindi lang ito basta damdamin, hindi basta lamang ito pagpapasya, kundi nangangahulugan ito ng buo kong pagkatao. Kaya ang hirap sabihin na, oh, I love my car. Kasi, pag-ibig na ba yun? Yung mahalin ko yung kotse ko? Or may mga nagsasabing, how can I not love the one I want to love? Don't I have the freedom of choice? Kasi sa isang banda, may moralidad din sa pag-ibig. Ito ay nasasaklaw din ng etika. Sapagkat kailangan timbangin kung naayon ba at tama pa yung pag-ibig ko o pag-ibig nga ba o nanggagamit ako? Ano nga ba talaga ang pag-ibig? Kung kaya nga, sisikapin natin sa mga darating na araw na pag-usapan natin ito. At ngayon, sa bahagi ito, let's try the theory of Robert Sternberg. He said, love has three phases. The first phase is intimacy. Intimacy refers to feelings of closeness, connectedness, and bondedness in loving relationship. It thus includes within its purview those feelings that give rise, essentially, to the experience of warmth in a loving relationship. So, intimacy. The next one is passion. Passion refers to the drives that lead to romance, physical attraction, sexual consummation, and related phenomenon in a loving relationship. The passion components includes with its purview those sources of motivation and other forms of arousal, arousal that lead to the experience of passion in a loving relationship. It's as if that drives us, that magnetizes. Yung para bagang, ito yung para bagang humahatak sa'yo, na para bang hinihigop ang pagkatao mo. At yung pangatlo is decision and commitment. Kung kaya nga, there are three ways to define commitment. A promise to do or give something. So it's about a promise. It's about being loyal to someone or something. And the third one is the attitude of someone who works very hard to do or support something. So commitment is about giving myself for the good, or for the person, or a cause, or advocacy. So that's commitment. And in a loving part of loving phase is that decision commitment refers in the short term to the decision that one loves the certain other. Pwede pala short term. A promise na, okay, para doon sa tao. Or, it could be long term. So, it's about to one's commitment to maintain that love. So, decision of commitment could be a choice of the particular person, or it's a commitment to a person, or to the relationship. So, those two things pala ay naroon. It could be for the person or the relationship. Kaya nga, one thing curious is this, na sinasabing, I can be committed to a person, but I'm not committed in the relationship. Pwedeng mangyari yun. Pwede rin namang, I'm committed to the relationship, but no longer with the person. Pwede pala. So, these two aspects of the decision commitment component do not necessarily go together. Commitment to the person and commitment to the relationship. So, one can decide to love someone without being committed to the love in the long term, or can be committed to a relationship without acknowledging that one loves the other person in the relationship. Kaya pala pwede mangyari na I could be in love, but not with you. Oh, medyo something curious yun. But anyway, we'll talk about it later on. So, these are the three aspects, according to Sternberg, that comprises a relationship. And it seems a triangle, wherein there is intimacy, passion, and commitment. According to him, these three components interact with each other. So, a loving relationship always speaks of the interaction of these three elements: intimacy, passion, and commitment. So, greater intimacy may lead to greater passion or commitment. Di ba? Ibig sabihin nito, pag malalim ang pagkilala sa bawat isa at ang ugnayan nila ng pagbabahagi na ng kanilang sarili, ay nakikita yung halaga. Dahil dito, nung makita yung halaga, doon lumabas ang malalim na pagnanasa at ang pagpapasya to hold on to it. Or pwede rin naman na dahil committed ka doon sa tao and you work hard for that love, that's why as days goes on, it leads to greater intimacy because nag-e-effort for the relationship to know each other. And pwede rin na mangyari na yung passion naman bumababa, humihina. So, It's an interaction of these three elements. Kaya, from there, you'll notice there are parang three major types of expression of love. The first one is what we call uh, passionate love. Passionate love is associated with strong feelings of love and desire for the specific person. And this love is full of excitement and newness. Laging parang may bago. Na parang bagang sabi nga natin ay yung hinahanap-hanap kita. Parang sabi nga nung kantang ni Daniel Padilla, adik sa'yo. Di ba? Adik sa'yo. Hinahanap-hanap kita. Hinahanap-hanap kita. Na talaga namang para bagang ang buong buhay mo umiikot na sa kanya. So, full of passion. And there is always some new discovery about the person. And this is important in the early part or in the beginning of a relationship. Kaya lang, sadly, at times it lasts for just about a year. Pag minsan, it dies down as the relationship progresses. Kasi, the reason behind it, at times, because of the hormones that are wreaking havoc in our body. Because it could be caused by our neurotransmitters in our brain, specifically phenylethylamine. It's the feeling love hormone that gives us the euphoria. I remember the first time na may talagang nakrasyan ko yun. I don't know. Makita ko lamang ang bubong ng bahay niya, masayang-masaya na ako. Yung ako'y kausapin niya at pansinin niya, masayang-masaya na ako. At lagi siya naglalaro sa aking isipan. Diba? Ang sarap ng pakiramdam na yan. Truly, it's full of passion. And these are talagang something instinctual. And this is found in the early stages of a relationship, as I said. So, passionate love is based on the drive. It's like a hunger. Nung minsan matikman mo, parang kang hinahanap-hanap mo. Diba? Parang pagkauhaw. And it is very physical, I tell you. There are sexual desires in it. And this is part of the component of a passionate love. So, passionate love, however, is not limited to sexual attraction. But at times, it is a way to express the feelings of nurturance, dominance, submission, and self-actualization. Parang natatagpuan ko ang sarili ko sa kanya. O kaya, nagbibigay ito ng iba yung halaga kung sino ko pagkasama ko ang taong ito. And passionate love is considered the hot component of a relationship. Talagang nag-aalam. Para bagang sabi nga natin, nagbabaga sa init. Because it's about arousal. Laro sa component ng passion talaga. Another one is companionate love. Commonly, after passionate love, companionate love follows suit. Companionate love is also known as affectionate love. This is about a desire, or it was compared to the desire of a passionate love. Here is a choice, sabihin na natin, a decision to be loving to somebody. So when a couple reaches this level of love, they feel mutually understanding and caring for each other. This love is so important for the survival of the relationship. So we could say that this companionate love involves a journey. I guess companionate love is something that is achieved by journeying with one another. Most especially by growing old with one another. Kung kaya nga, this type of love comes later on in the relationship. And it requires a certain level of knowledge for each person in the relationship. It grows, sabi ko nga sa inyo, out of memories. So, companionate love, ang strength niyan is memories. Passionate love, it's about the sexy and the yummy. At least, it begins from there. Sabihin na natin. However, this companionate love is a product of being together for a long period of time. One can be committed to someone without feeling love for him or her. And one can feel love for someone without being committed to him or her, as I mentioned before. So commitment is considered to be the cold love because it does not require either intimacy or passion. It doesn't require intimacy or passion. It's parang bagang the type of elderly love. I remember one time we were watching a newscast and one of my sacristan said, "Ha, Father, pwede pa ba yun?" Because in the news, in the Golden Acres, and a home for the elderly, a couple got married at the age of one is 18, the other is 76. Sabi ng mga bata, pagpakasal pa, ano ba mangyayari doon? Oh no, I tell you. Love could be there, but not necessarily very sexual. It's about companionate love. It's somebody who will journey with me through time, who would grow old with me, and somebody perhaps who would hold my hand as little by little I give up my life as I'm dying. Beautiful, di ba? And committed love increases in intensity as the relationship grows. Okay. So commitment can be considered for friends as well. Good friends commonly has developed companionate love. Another is intimate love. Another peak of our love triangle. In intimate love, this is the corner of the triangle that encompasses the close bonds of a loving relationship. This is what binds relationship together. Because in intimate love, liking is the center of the relationship. Each feel a sense of high regard for each other, where they see the real value of each other. They wish to make each other happy. That is because you like. Like becomes like, sabi nga natin. They wish to make each other happy, share with each other the beauty about life. And you'll notice that it's a product of communication, of dialogue. And commonly, there is this sincere desire, because they see the value, to cherish the person. To cherish the person. So, this is naman what we call the warm love. The hot, the cold, and the warm. Because of the way it brings two people close together. Okay. Now, so let's discuss love triangle. So we said there are three components: intimacy, passion, and commitment. The geometry of the love triangle depends upon two factors: the amount of love and the balance of love. You see, the greater amount of love, the greater the area of the triangle. So, if there's too much passion, it becomes the center of gravity of the relationship. Okay? And it defines the relationship. Pag yung talagang sobrang pagnanasa, Baka puro pagnanasa na nga lamang ang pag-iibigan. Paano pag nawala yung nasa at hindi nakanasa-nasa? Ibig sabihin ba wala ng pag-ibig? Di ba? It's good to ask. Kung kaya nga, the amount of love in the triangle, in the corners of the triangle, determines how skewed, balanced the relationship is. And of course, we know the absence of one might cause the relationship to tumble down. So, the next one is differences in balance of the three kinds of love are represented by different shapes of the triangle. For example, balanced love have roughly equal amounts of each component as represented by an equilateral triangle. Kung kaya nga, ano yung mga aspeto nito? Look at those two images of a triangle. The first thing that you'll notice is this. One is a bit, sabihin natin, imbalance, right? Because there are three things that you have to consider with regards to a loving relationship. Love doesn't involve only a single triangle. Why? Because first, of course, we have an ideal triangle. I want to love and be loved this way. However, there is that real triangle wherein this is the way I truly love. Di ba? Para bagang, on one hand, you want commitment, and that's, you said, is the ideal type of commitment. However, as you express this love, ikaw naman yung kulang sa commitment. Kaya, magkaiba yun. Your actual and the ideal style of loving. But another is there is not a single triangle because his and hers triangle. Your future partner could have a style of loving, plus he has also that ideal or aspirational style of loving, vis-a-vis yung actual mo at ideal mo. Pag minsan, we judge the other not because of the actual, but from the point of view of our ideals. Para bagang ganitong ito. I remember one time, there is this young lady, talagang taas na standard niya. Father, talaga, pag ako'y nag-asawa, gusto ko gwapo. Hindi ko na masabi, bakit? Iha, maganda ka ba? Okay, love is blind. Miracles do happen. Pero pag minsan, we have to be realistic. Like for example, gusto ko pong mag-asawa ng doktor. O sabi, gusto ko pong mag-asawa ng responsable, mabait, etc., etc. Pero pagtingin ko, magustuhan ka kaya ng responsable at mabait? So, yun nga palang titingnan din natin. Hindi lamang yung triangulo natin, kundi yung triangulo ng iba. Both realistically and ideally, vis-a-vis our ideals. And third is triangles of feelings versus triangles of action. Magkaiba yun. On one hand, you feel this way, but is the expression of how you feel congruent with your expression or with how you show this type of love? Kasi I might say, I am very much committed. I have all the good intentions of being committed. But if it doesn't show, it amounts to nothing, di ba? Kaya, here is Sternberg's love triangle. And for this, now we could measure, at least have an idea what form of relationship I have. So in Sternberg's love triangle, of course, there are three sides of the triangle. Of course, on the top, there is what we call, kita natin yon, there is what we call uh, intimacy. Sorry, napabilis tayo doon. Reviews. On your left side, there is passion, and on your right side, there is commitment. But combination of these three things, feeling-wise, behavior-wise, dictates the kind of relationship that you have. Kaya, combination of liking and passion, or intimacy and passion, we have what we call romantic love, etc., etc. And we'll go to there later on. But from this, you'll see that if the three of them are absent, we call it non-love. Liking, if intimacy alone is there. Infatuated love, if it's only passion. Empty love, if it's only commitment. Romantic love is intimacy and passion. Companionate love is about intimacy and commitment. Fatuous love is about passion and commitment, while consummate love involves the three of them. And let us see. Oh, iho, iha. Asan ang relasyon nyo? Kung may jowa ka. Pero ibig sabihin nito ha, non-love, not necessarily wala kang jowa. Maaring naroon ka pero hindi ka nagmamahal. Okay nga. So there are 8 forms of loving. The first one, of course, is the non-love, as I mentioned. Non-love is the absence of any of the 3 types of love. There is no connection. Pwede kasing mangyari rin, you might have sexual intercourse but you're not making love. Sakali man, ganito yung maring fubo kayo. Pero fubo, magminsan may lalim pa eh. But basically, this person or this type of state of the heart is a heart that is indifferent to any forms of relationship. There might be reasons behind it, pero it could happen to a person, or at least an episode in his journey. The first one is liking. This intimate liking characterizes true friendship, in which a person feels a bondedness, a warmth, a closeness with another, but not intense enough to be passionate, nor does involves long-term commitment. So, friends lang talaga. Like mo siya, like ka niya, pero walang dating sa'yo. Ni sabi nga'y gakurot na pagnanasa, wala. At wala kang balak na may forever sa kanya. Okay. Like, pero hanggang dun lamang. The second one is, the third one rather, is infatuated love. It's often what it felt as love at first sight. But without intimacy and the commitment. You don't even know her. Basta, talaga lamang na, sakit ng salita. Pag nakikita ko siya, parang nalilibugan ako. Pwedeng as base as that. Or, as the root word implies, you feel like an infant. Oh, mali ang spelling ko dito. But anyway, infatuated, na hinahanap mo, parang isang sanggol na naghahanap ng kanyang ina. And on one hand, kalimitan galing lamang sa isa. Pwedeng mangyaring love at first sight talaga, pero at mutual, pero it doesn't necessarily mean na may pag-ibig na nga pagnanasa pangalaman o yung saya na dinudulot nito. The fourth one is empty love. So sometimes a stronger love deteriorates into an empty love in which the commitment remains but the intimacy and passion have died. In cultures, especially in arranged marriage, this is very common. Relations often begin as empty love. They are very committed to one another, but there is no passion as well as intimacy. Hindi ko siya ganun kakilala. Arranged naman talaga. Pwede rin ito sa empty love is, at times, this could happen in a celibate love. Mamahalin kita dahil anak kita at ama mo ko bilang pare. Pero hindi kita ganun kakilala. Pero pag dumating ka sa akin, I am willing to give myself to you. 100%. Pero pinagnanasaan kita, definitely not. So, pagmamahal pa rin, kaya lang empty of passion and intimacy. Romantic love. Romantic love is a combination of intimacy and passion. So romantic lovers are bonded emotionally, as in liking, and physically through passionate arousal. Commonly, yung mga nagliligawan has this. Very romantic. While companionate love, here is a product of a journey, as I mentioned before, or committed love. It's a combination of intimacy and commitment. Companionate love is often found in marriages in which the passion has gone out of the relationship, but a deep affection and commitment remains. Compassionate love is generally a personal relation you build with somebody you share your life with, but with no sexual or physical desire. Again, this could happen also among celibates, wherein they've achieved some form of real intimacy. They saw the value of one another. But, they are very committed to one another, to each other's growth. However, there are no sexual or physical desire. Or, if there are, they are often than not sublimated. Okay? It is stronger than friendship because of extra element of commitment that I'm willing to journey with you. The love is ideally shared between family members in the form of companionate love. Even soldiers at times has this. And even priests among brother priests has this. Especially those who are classmates from the seminary. Wherein they journey together, they've come to know each other, appreciate each other's value, and truly cherish the person's worth. However, there is no desire whatsoever. And they're committed to help one another. And it's a real fraternity or a sorority among nuns. So the love ideally shared between family members or deep friends and those who spend a lot of time together in an asexual but friendly relationship. The seventh one is the fatuous love. Fatuous love can be exemplified by a whirlwind courtship and marriage in which a commitment is motivated largely by passion without the stabilizing influence of intimacy. Ito yung nagsimula sa love at first sight at pagkatapos nun, wala pang 6 na buwan, papakasal na. Yung para bagang talagang because of that desire, this time isusugal nila lahat yung kanila. Uh, this is very common sa mga kakasalin. Kaya lang, it's quite dangerous. Because if they went into a serious form of relationship, but intimacy was not established, they never saw the real worth, pagkatapos, while marriage, dun magkakabukingan ng, pum, hindi pala siya ganyan. Nagigising na isang umaga pagtingin sa katabi. Parang naloko ako. Di naman ito ganito nung nililigawan ko eh. Nagbago nga ba siya? So, para bagang pakiramdam, ito yung sugal na baka natalo ako. And commonly, during the adjustment phase, they really need to pray for the grace that they could be flexible enough to adjust to the other's triangle. Now, of course, this is what we desire. Whether God calls you for religious life, or God calls you towards single blessedness, or to married life, to achieve some form of real balance between these three polarities of the triangle. Because consummate love is the combination of all these three. Of course, there's no such as a perfect triangle. Maaaring medyo skewed ng kaunti doon sa isa, but all those three are present, continually interacting, and very dynamic. So, consummate love is the complete form of love, representing the ideal relationship towards many people strive, but which apparently few achieve. Maintaining a consummate love may be even harder than achieving it. That's the difficulty of it. It's hard to maintain it. Talagang, kaya in marriage is also a triangle eh. The two couple and God. Because it's difficult to maintain that relationship. That's why grace is very much important. Grace is important in marriage because it's painful. You have to make choices. You have to make sacrifices to make sure that all these three elements in a relationship continues to grow. Intimacy, passion, and commitment. Plus, I tell you, it's not just about intention. It's about action. Kaya, how you are going to be intimate, how you going to strive to show that you like the person, while at the same time trying to maintain your likability for the person is a struggle. As well as the commitment to keep up with my promises is difficult. On the other hand, to maintain that passion, especially when you are growing old, especially kumukupas na yung ganda, ang kaseksihan ay napalitan ng kabilbilan, ang kakisigan at mga muscle pumunta na lahat sa tiyan. Habang ang buhok ay nalalagas at namumuti na, it's difficult to maintain the passion. At lalo na, lagi namang merong mas sariwa at bata kang nakikita na mas kaakit-akit sila sa iyong napangasawa. So, how are you going to keep the passion alive? How are you going to struggle and to really exert concrete actions to be more intimate, to be more committed, while at the same time, while at the same time having the patience, just like the patience of God, to remain faithful is difficult without action. So without expression, even the greatest of love can die. Pag hindi mo ipinakita kahit ang isang pag-ibig na pagkadalisay ay may hangganan. So, you have to show it. So if you love me, it's not enough that you say it. That you think about it. You have to show it. Consummate love may not be permanent. Siyempre, over time you lose your passion. It may change or revert to a companionate love. Kaya, samantalahin nyo rin habang bata. Samantalahin nyo habang quarantine sa mga may asawa. Kasi, ang katawang lupa natin, lilipas yan. Pero makikita nyo ang halaga talaga, katulad ng sinabi ko nung sa ating retreat for couples, tunay, mahalaga ay yung pagkakaibigan. Kasi passionate love commonly, una, as I said, hormonal. Pangalawa, it is very physical. At ang katawang lupa natin, kumukupas sa paglipas. So my dear singles, how true is this theory by Sternberg, this love triangle? What research has shown is this: the presence of intimacy and commitment predicts stability and duration. So ask yourself, if you go out dating, try to see how you could stretch the boundary of intimacy and commitment in your relationship. Try to ascertain the level, the amount of intimacy and commitment. Second, studies have shown that married people who has a functional marriage, a healthy marriage, are marriage that has more commitment. So if you're going to skew the triangle, skew it in favor of commitment. That's a predictor of a lasting marriage. Or yung forever na gusto mo. I guess this is also true even in religious life. Third, intimacy continually rises in long-term relationship. Okay? Intimacy cannot be achieved by 6 months, I tell you. Later on, we'll also study at least what science says that makes marriage work. And truly, it's about the journey. And lastly, passion drops more sharply for women after they get married. Yeah, guys, this is something that you have to prepare yourself for. Passion drops more sharply for women, especially when they have children. Pero wag kang mag-alala. Also, a study said, pag nag-menopause, yung mga slight na bago mag-menopause yan, iinit din ang kalan. Iinit uli ang kalan. But there will be a significant drop in passion after having children. And tomorrow, my dear brothers and sisters, we'll try to talk about this phenomenon of falling in love. Why do we fall in love? Is it really just an escape from loneliness? Or to answer a deep need? Or because of our social network? Again, this is Father Dale Anthony Q. Barreto ko. Timbangin mo, alamin mo, kumusta na ang pag-ibig sa buhay mo. Muli, magandang araw sa iyo. Laging ingat ha! Kaya natin ito napapag-usapan dahil stay at home ka. Saka na muna ang pagbisita sa nililiyan. Baka sa pagbisita mo, pag-uwi mo, hindi mapapangasawa mo ang iuwi mo, kundi si COVID-19. Muli, magandang araw sa inyo. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.